So, for this topic, it's perfectionism.
Yep, perfectionism. uh, this is something that I have struggled with in the past, to be honest.
It's been a while, so that's a good deal. But what would you say then is the root of perfectionism?
It's generally a fear of failing or being judged.
Hmm.
It's perfectionists have a tendency to procrastinate because if it's not perfect, they don't want to do it.
Right. Especially with if I'm not doing it perfectly, I don't want to get started. Like, how are you going to get better if you don't get started? It's
Yeah,
self-defeating.
it is. And I'm pretty sure most people who are perfectionists recognize that that's a bad way to
Yeah.
do things, but
But fear keeps them from going forward.
yes.
So ultimately, the root, fear in some form. Fear of being judged by others, fear of not measuring up to whatever standards, whatever the case.
Yeah.
And
it may be their own standards. Everybody else may be like, you did fine. This
yeah,
works.
exactly.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it is based in fear. So if you're dealing with perfectionism, and I also do want to say that there is a difference between perfectionism and just doing it right.
Yes.
One show, or yes, series of shows is basically anything with Mike Holmes that we enjoy watching. And Mike Holmes could be thought of by a lot of people as a perfectionist, but in truth, he's not. Because he's not doing any of this stuff out of fear. He's just about do it right.
Yeah. Make it right, do it right.
Make it up to or better than code. Do it in a manner that works functionally and looks good.
In case you're wondering why we're talking about that, he works on homes, specifically in Canada because he's Canadian.
Right.
But he fixes homes where other people have come in and messed things up, or helps people do home inspections to see what problems there are, things like that.
And he goes to the extent of, when you're putting the plate over a light switch, the screw needs to be lined up perfectly straight. Not because he's a perfectionist, but because that's just the right way to do it.
It just looks
better. It's simply correct. That's a perfectly fine and good thing. That is about just doing things right. And because you care about the people who are going to be seeing it every day and dealing with it every day.
And if you see much of the show, you'll hear him say, make it right.
Absolutely.
Regularly. In fact, I think that's one of the companies, production companies, which is probably his, that's like Make It Right Productions or something.
Yeah. So we absolutely love his shows. Love the guy's personality and just his whole attitude about just get it done right. Get it done properly. And when you can, make a profit. The most important thing is to do it right.
Yeah. He's very no nonsense, but still, he's kind to the homeowners, but not going to put up with the ridiculousness that he finds from what other people have done. And he's
from
just like
the so-called contractors and so-called professionals that he has to clean up after.
Well, usually because, not always, but often because they went with someone cheap and it became much more expensive because it was done badly.
The cheap comes out expensive.
And often without, anybody inspecting it like they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm. So, again, perfectionism, always based in fear. Doing it right is based in caring about what you do. They kind of look the same sometimes on the outside, but there's a huge, huge difference on the inside. If you're facing perfectionism, if you're afraid to move forward, we can absolutely work with you to fix that. So that you don't have that problem. You can go ahead and move forward and make it messy. No one cares. Look at our videos. These are not super polished, wonderful, top of the line, great videos. No, but they relate to people because it's just get the thing done.
I do some editing, but mostly it's kind of cutting some bits off of each end to not have it where we're like, hey, we're frozen coming in, or okay, we're done talking. Let's stop it. Okay, let's cut a little bit on that. That's as polished as it gets.
Yeah, we really don't fix the middle. That's just, if there's some flub, okay. If it's early enough, we might start over. But generally speaking, we'll just leave them in. It's more important that we just get the information out there. That's what people need. That's what people care about.
If we ever care specifically to make them nicer, we'll at some point hire somebody to edit these videos who knows more what they're doing. Because
Sure.
I know
Maybe
some
not to make all of them,
very
but I doubt
basic
this.
on that.
But truthfully, yeah, I doubt it, because it's much more important to us to just get the information out there. And frankly, these days, people want something real. They're tired of all the nonsense, fake, even the reality TV, which is all scripted and fake. And that's why we do it this way. Yes, we could hire someone to do professional editing. We could create slides for all of our videos, or do the whiteboard stuff.
And go back and re-record things
Yeah.
if they didn't go well. And
We could, but we're not going to, because it's not real.
if we're recording something, it's because it went really bad or we got really sidetracked.
That would be me. Usually. Speaking of being sidetracked, I think we're there.
Yeah, sorry.
But we're going to leave this in, because, hey, that's what we do. So I do believe that is probably all we've got on perfectionism.
Yeah.
And the associated fears and procrastinations. Well, that's all for this video.
If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, and leave us a comment or a question below.
It really does help to let YouTube know that others should also be watching these videos. Also, remember to check out our Facebook group. It's all about relationships of any kind. And of course, most importantly, click below and schedule that free consultation. We have options for people at every level. Whatever your problem is, if we don't have a YouTube video for it, we can get you some other kind of resource, even if there's no money in the bank. So even if you can't actually do a personal one-to-one with us, there's options. Definitely click that link, schedule that call. And that's all we got for now. Y'all have a great day.
Bye.